They don't go to the DMV in South Carolina until they get that fixed.
Absolutely. You may be wasting your time. All right. Now on Bounce, we don't waste our time when Mama Mack is here. A weekly segment we do with Stella Mack, Brigida's mother. I call her Mrs. Mack because I'm polite. It's good to have you back tonight, Mrs. Mack.
Thank you. It's good to be
There
back.
are a few stories that caught our eye today. We need your take on them, Mama. Here we go. Some doctors think young adults should start class a little later so that they can catch up on sleep. A study by the American Academy of Pediatrics says school should be delayed for middle and high school students until at least 8:30 a.m. They believe it will reduce chronic sleep loss, which of course is linked to poor health, diabetes, obesity, just a couple of the health issues. So we want to know, Mom, do you agree with the doctors, or is it simply a matter of students finding a better way to manage their time after school jobs, sports, homework, that sort of thing?
I think that that would be a good idea to delay that. You know, let the kids sleep in a little bit. You get a better person. You know, you don't have to deal with so much grumpiness, and they probably will react and respond in class better too.
I mean, because when you think about it, when I was at Myers Park High School, class started at 7:20.
Yeah, no fun.
You know, that's pretty early.
That's very early.
And then you have the problem of how later you're letting your kids stay up. I mean, are you setting a time and saying you're in bed every night at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or whatever the case may be?
Definitely have to get in bed.
Yes, yes. The sleep is hugely important for
so
success.
Important. It's like that episode of The Cosby Show. Do you remember when they let Rudy stay up? Like to watch The Tonight Show, and she just got so grumpy and so crazy in school, and they did it to teach her a lesson. Claire and
a good
Cliff
lesson.
did. Yeah. So yeah.
All right, here we go. An article says there are 3 mistakes parents should avoid this school year. One is going with the flow, like not, speaking up to your child's teacher because you don't want to be labeled as the complaining parent. 2, that would be me. 2 is volunteering out of guilt, doing things you don't enjoy, especially when it will take too much of your time. And 3, allowing homework misery. A lot of parents do this. They suffer through homework with their children instead of reaching out to the teacher. Now, what tips do you have for parents that work for your children, Brigida, and your children?
Well, I think you should work with the teacher because that helps keep the child on an even plane, versus we're having a discussion today. A lot of parents defend their kids rather than work with the teacher. Like the teacher says, oh, your child did such and such and such, and the parents say, oh, that's not my child. I told my children, if the teacher says you did it, and I know you did it because you do it at home, yeah, I'm not coming to your defense about that. So I think that one of the things that would be most important is to work with the teacher. Another thing is, I had in my mind.
God bless you.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is probably hugely important. I know there's some people out there and some parents, I'm not advocating this. There are a lot of parents that don't like the teachers. They don't like the particular teacher. How do you get over that and say, whether you have disagreements or
I think what you should do is just call a one-on-one with the teacher. No child, just you and the teacher. And you put your grievances out on the table as well as allow the teacher to say what her feeling or input would be.
I like that. Okay, good deal.
Absolutely. And Mom was always very involved. And I think that's the other thing, that parental involvement. You want to talk about the school. A lot of parents talk about CMS. Well, it starts at home.
Yes, it does.
And I'm a product of that. I mean, Mom would tell the teacher straight up, if you have any problems, out of Brigida Shalise, really? We took it there with the middle name. Call me.
And that's communication, all about communication.
And she did come down to the school a few times.
All right, what about our sound off topic? Should presidents take time off? I mean, we've already heard it. There are a lot of people upset with President Barack Obama about taking time off. And there's a lot of things that were going on, a lot of world problems, a lot of crises going on. But we tend to say that you're never really off as a president. Even when you take vacation, you have staff around or whatever. So your take on that?
My take would be that, he's human. He's the president, yes. But everybody needs a day or 2 or 3 or 4. But I mean, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And I was saying President Obama is Jack, but
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think, compared to the other presidents and the number of days they took,
Yeah, can we put up that slide if we can, guys? And we've had a lot of comments on Facebook that say these numbers aren't accurate. Yet we got these from the records. We didn't just make up these numbers. A lot of people wondering why we had George W. Bush up, but not his father. We have not been able to find a record of how many days the elder Bush took off. So I know there were some folks on Facebook commenting about that. And really quickly, if we can, I want to read a couple more comments here from the WBTV Facebook page. Marianne saying, it's not how many days the president takes off, it's how little Congress does when it's supposed to be working. I blame Congress and the Senate for the mess our country is in. They are the most overpaid, laziest people on the face of the earth. Educate yourself and get rid of every single one of them when they come up for election. Vote for a pound pup before voting for them. One more from Tom, who's quoting Nancy Reagan, saying presidents don't get vacations, they just get a change of scenery. The job goes with you. And I think that's the other important thing, because what we think of vacation is not vacation for the president. Any president of the United States. The Oval Office kind of comes with them, if you will.
I take my favorite book. That's my work,
Okay.
Yeah, the president can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna stick around, and I think we're gonna get Eric to weigh in a little bit later too on the best and worst dressed at the Emmys last night. I've always been wanting to do this. I've
comedy,
been excited
folks,
about it tonight.
So you want to stick around? Delano is a
stuff.
fashionista.
I'm ready to tear some
apparently.
people up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's coming up.
We're
After
right
the
back.
break.
And sports too.